change.
We are the race.
To make that change.
We are the race.
To make that change.
Justice for George Floyd.
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 We say no more. No more. No more. No more.
No more.
People, we keep going. We keep going. We don't stop. I was reading on social media that we are the biggest movement since the 1960s. We are a force, a powerful force. Believe in that in here. Feel that pain, feel that anger, and use it in your voices. We are a big movement. They don't want us to see that. But we've seen it now. Because we feel pain and we said enough is enough. We will use our voices. Enough is enough. We will keep talking. We will keep speaking. We will keep fighting for what is ours. We will stop this suffering and pain. To come home and speak to Mama, and Mama says, we lost another black life today. Imagine how that sounds. Feel that within you. This is not just talk, it is stuff that is happening on a day-to-day life. It is happening because we still live in a racist society that feel they can take our black people away from us. It won't happen anymore. We won't allow it. We put our foot down and we say enough is enough. We stand.
Enough is enough.
We stand. We stand together. If it means we lock arms like this. I'm black, he's white. We stand together and we unite. We stand together and we unite. And we all hold arm in arm. And we walk together down these streets.
We should.
And we let them hear us. We let them hear us. Because this bond won't be broken. Because he's standing with me today. He's uniting with me today. So he will always be my brother. My family people, we are all brothers and sisters, and will I be damned if I lose another one. Protect our beautiful people. Nurture them. Educate them. Show them our black history. Show them the people that marched down the streets for us. Show them the people that went and done speeches in front of those people. Show them the people that when no one else would talk, they stood there and they spoke. They got locked up for us. Some are still sitting in prison cells now for crimes they did not commit. Some people are sitting on death row for crimes they did not commit. And when you go to the justice system and you say to them, where's the proof? Where's the proof? There's no proof. That is what our justice system is built upon. Helping us, trying to deceive our eye. Trying to deceive our eye. So I urge, and I will keep going until those people, not only justice for George Floyd, but those people that are sitting on death row, those people that are locked up and incarcerated for no reasons, that they are out and that they feel the freedom that we feel.
Let them go! Let them go!
My beautiful sister said it is bigger than us people. It's bigger than us. There are people suffering. There are people suffering. And we're the ones that are going to change that. We're going to change that. It will come a time where they release and they give them that freedom. I won't sit here and see one of my brothers sit on death row. And if the system doesn't change, but I assure you the system will change, I'll stand there next to him. I'll stand there with him. And I'll suffer the same pain that he suffered. But guess what? It won't stop. It will keep going until change is made. I can't go through this pain no more. I don't think you can go through this pain no more. Because our race is better than this. Our race is a success. Our race is what God brought onto this earth to stand strong and walk along these streets and speak our mind. And speak from what's in here and love our women. We will not stop loving our race. Hear that, people. Hear that, really hear that. I ask you to really hear that. We will not stop loving our race. And you can't force us to stop loving our race. We will change this justice system. We will change this society. We will change the political leaders that go into power and seek for a racist world. Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson coming on to social media or saying something to a reporter, Black Lives Matter. Do you mean that? I asked that question. Do you actually mean that? Or are you just saying that to shut up the people? You see what I mean, people? They want us to stop. They want us to slow down. They want us to stop. They'll say anything. They'll say anything. They'll do something. They'll smash that shop up there. They'll smash something up there. They'll throw a brick through a Parliament window. And they'll blame it on the black race. To make sure that you go and start riots. That you fight the officers. Because they would have grabbed you like this. Know your rights. If an officer stops you, know your rights. Officer, I know my rights because I studied where I come from. I studied my roots. What you're doing now does not justify the way you treat me. And through that, people, I say we will make change. Don't give them what they want. People, this is beautiful. I just ask you to look around. Look how we're standing as a unit. Our voices are being heard. Today, on a specific day, throughout the last week, throughout the month, throughout the years, there's people before us that have been speaking upon this.
Forever!
Forever. There we go. My beautiful sister over there said forever. People have been talking about it. We are a beautiful race. We are standing together and unite. We are uniting. There are people over there standing together, holding their signs up high. There's Winston Churchill's got a sign titled, it shows the power of us. It shows the power of our voices, that we can come here today and unite together as one. People, we are a force. We are a beautiful, 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 and I say it one more time, beautiful race.
Beautiful!
Beautiful race.
Beautiful.
We will not be subjected to this torture, to beatings down an alleyway, to officers locking us up with no justification whatsoever, and then releasing us the next day, and then when we ask them, oh, why did you lock us up? No justification.
Yep, I don't know.
Why is that system in place?
We'll make a change!
We will make a change.
We got
Why does a black man get treated? Why does a black man have to struggle? Why does a black man have to point in time? Black lives matter. I'm saying all lives matter. All lives matter.
Yeah.
Say it with me. All lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter. But listen, what I'm saying today, people, yes, all lives matter. But today, we ask you to stand with us as our white brothers and sisters, and we ask you to say and stand with us for a system that is killing our people. Feel our pain, please. Please feel our pain.
Not left behind!
No one gets left behind. There you go. It keeps going. 3 beautiful people here, arm in arm, holding hands, united, feeling each other's pain, standing together as a unit.
We are one!
We are one.
Yes!
People, I like that one. That feels good. We are one.
We are one!
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 That's beautiful. Really beautiful. We are a unit. We are the race. We are the success of our own foundations. people, I ask you to keep speaking and keep talking. Yeah.
Okay, I think we all need to understand, when a lot of us die in police custody, it's the coroner's office that sign off on the police lies. So we're talking in, like, you know, nebulous terms about Black Lives Matter. We need to get specific about who is to blame here. The MPs, they're the ones who set the associated with voting for the left, voting for Democrats, voting for Labour. What did they ever put on the table specifically for?
Okay, so what do they specifically put on the table that benefits black people?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So if they don't put anything on the table for you, why are you telling them to vote? For what?
I vote because I want a difference. Yes.
Madam, if there is nothing on the table for you that specifically benefits you, you're voting for nothing.
I'm voting for nothing in terms of I am voting for nothing that's specifically on the table for me. But I am voting for someone who wants a change. Because if I don't vote, I have no difference. I make no change.
You have to go to the
We are not voting for right now. We are voting for our future. We are voting. I'm asking the question. I don't have all the answers. And you and me educate each other. We educate each other. So it's not a competition.
Listen, we came from. We look at the cultures that we came from.
Speak the truth.
So yes, I asked you, my friend, I asked you, my black brother, I asked you, what is us?
First and foremost, it starts with education. We need to educate our children.
We will make the queens before we do anything. Speak, just speak.
I want to see a show of hands. How many people here own a television? Hands up. Okay. How many of you can tell me how many characters you see on TV that you would want your own children to emulate? Hands up. Silence. So get rid of your damn televisions, because that's where the programming begins. This is why we have so many of our women walking around here.
Listen. True.
Right? Listen, guys,
It's
I live
true.
in South London, yeah?
It's true.
Does anyone know Walworth Road? Have you seen a bagel shop? Have you seen how busy that is? Have you been to the West Indian restaurants? No, exactly. And look at the West Indian shops. So we need to stand up.
Europe, not just black people in America, but black people all over the world. Afro-black people, black people in
Okay, man, that's enough.
Brazil, England.
Oh my God, Mr. Taking over, man.
Survival of the fittest. Constant survival mode. Always having to fight for what we want. Now I ask you, yes, listen, yes, we vote every year, yes, we vote. But if you really look deep into it, you really dig deep. Where do our votes go? I asked that question. Where it
It goes
assists,
to the same system.
or is it a system, they want their votes?
Black people
So this is
will
why I
die
say
for
again,
votes.
we start from the foundation. We put our beautiful black children, we put our beautiful black women, we put our beautiful black men, we put them into successful jobs. We show them that they've got to fight harder. We show them that they've got to go for what they want. We force them into power. And I think that is how we justify everything, because we don't stop. The whole system is right. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. That's true facts. That's real talk. It is built on racism. Really think about it, people. Really think about it. Where do your votes go? You cast a vote in a box.
Black people don't vote enough though.
Someone carries it in. Yes, my sister. Yes, you're right. No, state, that's fine.
We can
You're
say
right.
that it's racist system. Yeah, it is. But if you don't vote, then what difference will you make? A lot of us don't vote. A lot of us
Vote for your local MP, bro. Why are we talking about national government? We can vote if we break into smaller governments that run the community.
A lot of you may be from Birmingham. That's your community. Manchester, that's your community. Stop having fights with your own people. Get rid of this gang violence.
What leads to gang violence?
Get rid of all of
leads to gang violence?
Make sure that they get steady education.
You've got a mic.
So
Can
they
you
can
make
then build our
suggestions?
foundations, like I said. They've been going to power. Please, speak.
Listen, I'm going to say this very clear. All of you here, all of us being here today, there's an evidence that we all joined together.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
fuck national government. All of you guys come from a borough. In your borough, there's a local MP.
That's it.
Stop worrying about
That's it.
Boris fucking Johnson and
Yes.
Theresa May. How many of you guys go to your local town meeting
That's it.
that show face? Together, we get our own people into small governments. When we collect these small governments, we move by 2050. Every government.
It is my job to stand with you to make change to this system. When I stand next to you. So I ask you to, yes, use this, go and educate. Go and speak to our children. And change the system for yourselves, because you can all do it.
First off, know yourself. Know thyself. How can we know what change we want if we don't know what they've done to us? How can we say what change we want if you don't know what has been changed? How can you say you want education in our schools if you don't know what education they took away? If you don't know what they put away? We need to educate ourselves. When you go back, like first steps, you're saying first steps, make a step. First step, basic step, respect each other, honor each other. Stop calling each other niggas and bitches.
True.
Start respecting each other, start honoring each other, speak to each other with honor. See the honoring each other, like see each other and recognize each other. That's the first step. And then know yourself. Know where you come from. Know what they did to us. Know the people that they killed. Know your stats. Know what's really happening. Black Lives Mattering is the bare minimum. We need education systems that represent us. I need to go into work and know that I am safe. I can be myself. I can bring my voice. We need to change our education system. We need to change the places where we work. You need to start speaking up. Use this opportunity to start speaking up. Mention this to your managers. Mention this to your teachers. Let them know that it matters to you. Represent your allies. We can't just be talking about intangible differences, intangible things that we want. We want something. That's exactly what they want. They're going to sit there and be quiet and wait for us next week to shut the fuck up. Because that's what we did. We came out when it was Grenfell. We shouted, and the next few weeks later, we shut up. If we don't know what we're aiming for, if you don't know what they've changed, and therefore what you want to be changed back, if you don't know the change that you want, then we are just here making noise. Go home, read something. Read your history. Read your real history. Read the stats. Know why we're saying that people are being murdered. Are they really being murdered? Understand why we're saying the UK is not innocent. Is the UK really innocent? Understand this shit. It's the only way you get yourself in the right mind frame to make a change. Black Lives Mattering is the bare minimum. Understand that. It's the bare minimum. Our people are out in America fighting for civil rights. We don't even have equal rights. We just want like regular civil rights. We just want lives to matter. And we still have our own people being uncomfortable hearing you say Black Lives Matter. You all know those people. There is someone in your life who is uncomfortable hearing that Black Lives Matter. That person might be a black person who's like telling you that all lives matter. That's not it. How can all lives matter if Black lives don't matter? Understand these things. Get to educate yourself. Honestly, I can't say that enough. And young people, honor each other, man. It's not endearing to call your sister a bitch. It's not endearing to call your brother a nigga. Say it. Let's move on from that. How long will we be saying that? It starts from the bare minimum. Like our language, how we talk to each other, how we encourage each other, how we encourage our children. Speak to your children. Teach your children at home. Take time to teach your children. Teach them that they're kings and queens. Teach them what the reality is. Teach them things that no person will ever erase from their minds. Teach them because they're not being taught out there. Come on, like, we need to like come out of this place right now with things that you will actually do. Because it's good that we gathered, but it's not enough. It's good that we've gathered, but it's not enough. If each person here does one thing, and then two things, and then three things, and keep stepping, that's where the change will come. Otherwise, I'm telling you, they're going to sit there and they're going to tell each other, just wait on it. Wait 2 weeks and they'll shut up. Wait 3 weeks and they'll shut up. This is too much, man. Enough is enough. We will not shut up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, man.
My beautiful sister, speaking our mind again, speaking what's in here. People, you can all make changes. You know how to make changes. She said it there. This is how we need to start making changes. Our voices are the first step, but we must speak a lot more. I'd done my black history as I was growing up. There was a little girl by the names of Ruby Bridges. Anyone know who Ruby Bridges is? Ruby Bridges. Little girl went to elementary school in America. First black girl. She tried to enter the school. No one would teach her. No one would educate her. Parents pulling their kids away from her. She stood there on her own. On her own. But she changed the system in a way. She changed that system in a way. Because now, yes, our black children get educated. Yes, I can sit in the class and unite with a white brother. Yes, I can do that. She changed the system with just her voice. There's no reason why we can't. We can do it. We can build upon our foundations and make change. Let's start educating our children, please. My brother, do you want to say something?
Hey, let's teach colonization like the Germans taught denazification. We should demonize it. There are 100 million of our brothers and sisters taken over from West Africa. We know about all of this stuff. Slavery went from slavery to Jim Crow's laws, then to indentured servitude. We have always been oppressed, and there is so much to do about it. First thing is educating our children, and second, educating the people they mix with, i.e. the different races, because they don't know that they think we're blaming them for it. They just need to be taught. German people don't hate Jewish people nowadays. They're very accepting people. But look at Britain. We are not known for being Nazis, but we were the biggest colonizers in history. We own a quarter of the fucking world. How does that fucking happen? It's fucked. And listen, we need to realise that as a community ourselves, there's a lot of hate and colorism and killing, and they're not going to help us. We need to help ourselves. We need to, your parents told you to work 2 times harder because you're black. Yeah. So work 2 times harder and don't kill your brothers or sisters or anything. Don't do anything like that. And fund it all for yourself. And I know I can't speak, but just, you know what I'm saying. It's said 1,000 times. Every 10 years or something, there's another death. What's happening? Nothing. It's been going on for 700 years. Okay?
Centuries. I'm not black. I'm Hispanic. I suffer discrimination every day. My family suffers discrimination every day. If we want to change, this cannot be a trend. This cannot be a hashtag. This has to change. We have to go every day and remind who we are. We want to change. We need to educate ourselves. This doesn't happen just in America. It happens in the UK. Have you heard of the Windrush generation? It's still going on. 2020, and they're still deporting black people to Jamaica, to a place when they were born in this country, and they're deporting them to a place they don't know. Just because they're assuming they're Jamaican just because they're black. They're British nationals, and they forget all that. They forget all their rights. We have rights. We have to remind them about that. We have to every day go to the government and say, listen, we're people too. Every day. This cannot die today. This cannot die this week. This cannot die with George Floyd. It has to keep on going. That's my message. It has to keep on going.
So listen, there's so many powerful messages there. So many powerful messages of people that are suffering the same pain that we're suffering. People that are feeling the same way that we're feeling. People that are witnessing the same deaths that we witness. people that are still a part of the same system that they are forced into. We have no choice. You've got to see that now. We have no choice. It can't stop today and it can't stop tomorrow. He said it. This is not a trend. It is not a trend. Please keep going. Don't go home. Keep going. Keep marching. Keep parading. Keep speaking. I'll say it one more time, people. Listen. We are the race. Yeah. Can you say it with me, please? I want you to feel it. We are the race.
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 Remember that, okay? Listen to it. And believe in yourselves, okay? And keep speaking, all right? And keep educating our children. Keep protecting our women. And feel free, listen, if you want to come and speak on the mic, come and speak on the mic.
Hello everybody. You have to go back to go forward. Some of you would have been, I don't know, I'm older than you, but Nan and Grandad, when they come over, what did they used to say? No blacks, no dogs, no Irish. People are being killed and it slips under the media attention. I'm from near Woolwich. You had Roland Adams, who was killed by the NTO, Nazi turnovers. Wright Dougal was killed in Eltham by racist people. Stephen Lawrence. But Stephen Lawrence's family fought for it to be brought to the media. So some people say, get over it. How the hell can we get over something that's still happening right now? How can you get over that when it's still happening right now? Black people are dying, being called names by police, by people at work. People say racism's dead. That is rubbish. All they do is they go in the office and when there's no one black or one Chinese or whatever, then they talk and they start their racist shit. We have to come together, and I'd like to say this, thank you to the white people that come and